Hey, hi friends. Welcome to the 60th live session of Engineer Abhishek Roshan channel. So, guys, actually, I am not in Bengaluru, so I am out of station. Okay, I am on planned leave. Okay, but anyways, guys, I am on live now. So those who wanted to connect to clear their doubts or queries related to batch 5, basically today's live session is going to focus on batch 5 only. So if you wanted to join, please join as soon as possible, right? So I can answer your queries and doubts. So I'm going to wait for everybody to join this live session so you can ask your queries and doubts. Yeah, guys, I'm waiting for everybody to join this live session. So please join this live session. Am I audible, guys? Can somebody confirm me? Am I audible? Guys, you can ask your queries and doubts. Okay, I'm happy to answer your queries and doubts. Okay, please go ahead and write it down in the chat so that I can answer your queries and doubts. Hey, hi Rajesh. Thank you for joining this live session. Okay, okay, guys, I'll start taking your questions. Okay, but can you confirm me, Rajesh, that am I audible or not? Okay, 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Okay, guys, thank you for confirming me that I'm audible, Rajesh, and I can see the viewers are joining now. 1 second, guys. Can somebody confirm me once again that am I audible or not? Confirm me once again. so that I can start taking your questions. Okay, thank you for confirming me. Okay, so guys, again, see, first of all, I am not in Bengaluru, so I am out of station, and I'm in my hometown. I came here for the Chhat festival and all. So yeah, so I'll be back to Bengaluru by 5th of November, right? So yeah, so and the new batch is going to start on 10th of November. Okay, this is the batch 5 starting date. So only few announcements I'm going to do it now. So first thing first is that welcome everybody to this 60th live session of Engineer Abhishek Roshan channel, and the new batch of 100 days of IT corporate bootcamp batch 5 is going to start from 10th of November, and the timing of the batch it's going to be 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Fine. And those who wanted to enroll themselves, see, this is not something where you have to pay anything. First you need to enroll, so there will be a basic screening. I'll be connecting with you, or someone from my team will be connecting with you to clear your doubt. First clear your doubts, then only you should join the batch. Okay, each and everything. So I have give the link over here. You guys can go ahead and you can submit your form. Okay, so just go ahead with that one. Fine. And if you have any doubts, any queries, you can send a mail also, right, to support at the rate of abrosh.com, or let me share my screen. I can see, right, entire screen. Here you can see, if you go to abrosh.com, this is our official website, right? And the good part is that this bootcamp 5, 100 days of IT corporate bootcamp batch 5, you can see, you just click on here, right, enroll now, so it will be redirecting you to here, right? So all the details of batch 5 is mentioned here, very neat and clean. What course content will be covered during these 6 months, what you are going to get into this course, each and everything is mentioned over here. If, but even after this also, if you have doubt or queries, just click on this enroll now, so it will be redirecting you to a Google Doc form. You just need to submit, that's it. And me or someone from my team will reach out to you for the basic screening, because I have a limited seat. We don't take so many candidates in our batches, so we take only limited candidates in our batches, right? So I'll be doing a basic screening of the candidates, right? So here you can see, you wanted to join or not, so these are just few questions which you need to go through, and you need to just submit this form, right? And if you still have further any doubts, any queries, there is a contact us form is there. Just go ahead into this contact us form and submit your name, email address, phone number, and your message. That's it, nothing else is required. Then also someone from my team will reach out to you. This is a process, so please follow the process. I request all of you to follow the process. Fine, guys. Let me take few questions over here. That Rajesh, hi sir, Rajesh, and hi. I have hello Rajesh. Thank you for joining this live session. I have 6+ years of experience as a Oracle DBA. Okay, good. So Rajesh, what is your question? So this is your question. Next, Rajesh has written that I want to learn DevOps. Yes. So straightforward answer to your question, Rajesh, that DevOps is already a part of my 100 days of IT corporate bootcamp. If you wanted to see the course content, so you can see the course content. See, this 100 days of IT corp bootcamp is not only for a DevOps. Okay, first you have to understand, because from day one only I am telling you. See, for a DevOps role also, it requires a strong knowledge of Linux, which we will be covering, because in DevOps, the tools which I am going to explain you with the help of real time project, that requires this all topic knowledge, whether it's a process management, whether it's a NFS, whether it's a DNS, whether it's a NTP, whether it's a SSH authentication, Linux job automation. These things will be there in your DevOps tool. Plus, shell scripting knowledge is mandatory to become a DevOps engineer, right? These are the roadmap, guys. I'm telling you, this is 100% required. And at the end of the day, like, you need to know any one of these cloud, because nobody is going to give you work on premises infrastructure. So it will be any of those three cloud. Either it could be Amazon web services, it could be Azure, or it could be Google Cloud only. In most cases, I have seen it's going to be AWS only. So you have to have complete understanding, not only understanding the real time project, production ready understanding of your AWS, right? So my project is purely based on production based, guys. There is not something which is a freebie and all. It's purely what I have done in my previous organization. Same project I am explaining to my candidates, okay? So it's a purely production ready. Now, answer to your question, Rajesh. See, you can see nobody, first of all, I'm not here to challenge anyone, but straightforward answer, nobody is teaching this much of course content into a single course, where I am completely covering Linux, I am completely covering shell scripting for automation, DevOps, sorry, my bad, completely AWS for the cloud, and then DevOps tools. Okay, in DevOps tools, you can go through this one, the course content with real time projects with GitHub is there, right? GitHub Actions is there for the CI/CD pipeline, and then finally your Ansible is there as a configuration management tool. Your Docker containerization is there, right? And your Kubernetes is also there as an orchestration tool. In orchestration tool, normally what I can see, others, they are just teaching how a standalone platform cluster and all, but no, in most of the company, either they are using EKS, they are using AKS, or they are using GKE. So because my course content is based on AWS, so I am covering EKS, right? Elastic Kubernetes services. Okay, this is how I am using as a cluster for the K8 and all, right? And then finally, see, even the monitoring tools are also part of my this DevOps tool. Like Splunk is there, and then Grafana is also there, right, guys? And Terraform, the most important Terraform also I'm covering. So I can challenge on that one. If you go anywhere only for the DevOps, there are some institute or there are some classes and all which is only charging only for the DevOps. They are charging somewhere, I have heard, 2 lakhs and all, right? And somewhere if they are charging at least minimum 50K, 30K and all, but no one is ready to tell, right, about Linux. Nobody is ready to tell about shell scripting because they don't know about those things, right? Which is the foundation, and then finally your cloud will be there, right? So you need to have this knowledge, then only you can go ahead with the DevOps. Okay, I'm not telling you do this, that and all, but these are the basic requirement. Okay, this is a roadmap. Okay, whether you go for a platform engineer role, you go for a site reliability engineer role, or a production support role, guys, please go and read the roles and responsibility of any role. So you are going to find out these three or four things common. First of all, Linux will be common, that I told you, but in Linux it's not just basic commands. In Linux you should have extensive knowledge to do the proper troubleshooting. Then you should have automation knowledge, that is shell scripting, okay, bash, and then finally your cloud will be there. Then only you can go for any of these roles, right? I think I have answered your question, Rajesh. Let's move on to the other question. Sorry, I don't know what is that strict something your name is. Please mention your name properly. Okay, because in YouTube it's something you guys have mentioned as a channel name, so it's reflects something else. Okay. So, hello, sir. Good evening. I am working as a L1 networking security operation engineer. I have done my CCNA and now I am working on various infrastructure like Palo Alto, okay, Fortinet, Cisco, Meraki, and Cisco ASA FW forward. Okay, see, fine. See, uh, yes, you okay, fine. So, answer to your question. See, if you're working as a L1, so don't stick with a my suggestion is that if you are working in the networking side, so going forward, okay, you will feel after some time this is fine, some period of a time, right, that you are earning money, you are getting salary and all, but after some time, right, when you have to switch, then you will be start facing problem. Just mention your name so I can call your name here, right? So my suggestion to you, see, if you are already into networking, so you are already had an advantage according to me. Why that advantage is there? Because you have complete understanding how the networking works, right? See, in most cases I have seen candidate, they wanted to learn cloud. You know what, how cloud is not only, we think it's just a server. No, it's a, like, you can see, if you go and try to understand, it's your storage, it's your networking and your servers. Okay, so you are already at the upper edge, that where you have understanding of networking, so you can easily grasp those VPC, how the how basically we create a public cloud, or how we create a private cloud and all, right? The VPN and all, how the VPN works, right? How the VPC works, how the tunneling works and all, right? Those are very important to create an infrastructure, right? But now for you, you should go more towards, right, the cloud side. So if you're moving towards the cloud side, so you have a great future, Shrek. Okay, so your name is reflecting like this, my understanding. So it's better that you should start learning Linux, because see, if you see those networking, even the networking also, you have to, most of the time will be interacting with the Linux servers and all. I'm 100% sure. Okay, being a L1, because as of now you are just into monitoring, but after some time, to grow into your career, you have to move towards L2, L3. You have to start troubleshooting, right? So if you start troubleshooting, where you are going to troubleshoot, you have to be in the Linux only. There is no other way. Okay, you guys have to start troubleshooting on Linux server. Whether if you are working in Kubernetes, you are working with Docker, you take it anywhere. Open. I'm telling you honestly, guys, if you don't have proper understanding how to troubleshoot on a Linux server, then you guys will, throughout your career, you will suffer. Okay, there is no right. So I think I have answered your question. And what is the next question, guys? So what else I can do for further growth? I have already answered your question, Shrik. Okay, so Prithvi, sort of future of Linux administrator and roadmap. Very good. See, there is something called, in when I was doing, there is something called evergreen. Answer to your question, Abdul, right? Abdul, right? So Abdul answer, Abdul Umar, right? Abdul Umar. So Abdul, guys, just 1 minute. Okay. So it's like a evergreen thing, right? We always call, when I was into engineering, guys. Okay, so there was a one branch. Yes, we know, right, that we call the other branches like IT is there, white collar job, right? Electronics and communication is there, right? Civil engineering is there, right? But there is one branch which is evergreen branch. You know which is that branch? That is mechanical branch. Why? Because automobile industry, right? So once you get into any of those automobile industry, right, so you will, it is like the sea, when a car has to manufacture. Okay, so I'm just giving you an example. Okay, so there is a assembly line. In that assembly line, there is basically different station will be there, right? So in that station, what you are going, there is in one, there is a paint job will be happening. In one line there will be assembly of your car will be there, is a engine shop will be there. So like that it will be in a assembly, so that is continue. So you can see for next 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, it goes like that. Okay, there is no change in that one. See, if you have to drive a car also, the engine cannot be replaced. Okay, so same like this, Linux cannot be replaced. Honestly, I'm telling you, this is one of the evergreen, right? I would say operating system. See, and why you have to understand this part. Okay, why Windows cannot be used in place of Linux and all, right? So this thing, if you wanted to understand, then you have to join my batches, guys. Okay, then you'll understand why Linux is so important. Can you think of it? Earlier Unix was there, IBM was working on Unix, HP was working on Unix and all, but why that is not exponentially grow? Like, you can see, if something has to grow, it has to grow exponentially, right? So there are so many distributions of Unix should be there in the market, right? But why it has not grown so much? The main reason is that you have to understand it's a open source. Okay, so Linux is something open source community contribution. See, there are more than 600 plus active distributions of Linux operating system available in the market. Just think of it. Is there any operating system, okay, which is having 600 plus? If you talk about Windows, how many Windows are? See, you just compare, right? And when you have so many options in the market, obviously the future of that, it's going to be, you cannot think of it. Okay, just think of it, right? And if you, I'm talking about in term of like, if you go for a hacking also, right? So do you really think we do hack? Means, if I'm talking about ethical hacking also, right? So we choose Linux over Windows. Why they prefer? For cyber security we choose Linux, right? Why we cannot go with Windows? Just think of it, right? So there is the main reason is its kernel. The kernel is the main reason, and it's all because we should thank basically to Linus Torvald. Okay, see, it's all started with Dennis Ritchie and Ken Thompson. Okay, so Dennis Ritchie, or you can say Ken Thompson, basically I'll tell you one small story. So Ken Thompson wanted to build just one gaming operating system for his gaming purpose and all, right? And Dennis Ritchie helped him to build that operating system, but it is only for them, which later on they have given to the university, right? For, but it is not for the entire world. When you give, right, when you provide something which is going to beneficial for the entire world, that thing is going to grow exponentially, right? So it is not see, if you talk about ICE engine, you take it, so it's not restricted to one country, right? So it is, everybody is using ICE engine, right? And you, nobody can replace that one. Yes, EV is there, but I can, still I am telling you, for next 50 years, or it's going to take long time, right? But this is something, operating, especially a Linux operating system, when you have 600 plus active distributions. You, I'm not telling not which are under developing, which is in progress, that could be more than that. But the active distribution of a Linux operating system, it's almost 600 plus active distributions are there in the market. So just think of it, where we are going, right? We talking about, if we talk about Windows, then only one operating system. Here it's more than 600 plus active distribution. You go and search by yourself. And moreover, if you wanted to learn, see, it is just a small story I told you, but the technicality part of this, right, which is you have to understand. If more about this one, you just join my classes, then you will understand the real deal of Linux, guys. And once you are hold into this one, open challenge to anyone, if a person have a strong understanding of Linux and shell scripting, for his entire career he's not going to suffer, he is going to get most of the job, right? Even we hire candidates. I remember we hire candidates, and we are still hiring candidates and all. So we never hire candidate on the basis of that how much he has knowledge. The point here is that the knowledge only, like if he has a good skill set, how much convincing or how much, right, he's able to convince us on one technology, right? If he is full convincing with one skill set, then he's good candidate for the project. This is how the hiring happens, guys. Hiring never happens on the basis of how many skill sets you know, how much convincing you are only with one skill sets or two skill sets is there, right? Master of one, jack of all, right? So like that, right? So answer to your question, the future of, as I said, right, I have given you the technical reason also, Abdul, okay? And there are so many data, as you, most of you know that if I talk straightforward, right, if a linux admit first of all, a linux administrator is going to fit for any of the role, okay? Because see, either you go for a site reliability engineer, platform engineer, you go for a system integration specialist, you go for a application support engineer, devops engineer, cloud engineer, cloud automation engineer, linux automation engineer. You tell me, I'm ready to write it down more than 100 roles where you need a purely linux. You should have very good troubleshooting skills with linux, plus shell scripting, as somebody has, as I said, for automation and all. And since everybody is moving from on premises to the cloud, so you should have understanding of any these three cloud, either aws cloud, gcp cloud, or you can go with azure cloud also. Any these three is more than enough to crack any of those interview, right? Fine. You no need to learn so many devops tool, guys. You no need to learn so many devops tools, because tools will be keep on evolving. Fine. Today splunk is there, grafana is there as a monitoring tool. You see, you have heard of prometheus, you have dynatrace, app dynamics, you have heard of zabbix is there, right? You have heard so many monitoring tools, right? But the base is still the same. Just 1 second, guys. I was talking on mute, okay? So 1 second, I think I have answered future of Linux, Abdul, right? And that my name is Sambit. Okay, hi Sambit. Okay, thank you Sambit for mentioning your name. Okay, thank you Yogesh for joining this session. Radhe Radhe. Yes, sir. Both Linux and Windows servers. Okay, I have answered, sir. Okay. Again, same question. You can send me. Last week we had an issue with the port opening, but when we saw the logs, it got resolved. Need to learn Linux for logs and troubleshooting. It really helps. I know. I know. See, most or even if you go with Kubernetes and all, at the end of the day, you'll find out you are struggling with. It's all Linux commands only, guys. Even I used to explain each and everything, right? It's all about Linux. Sir, hello, sir. I hope you are doing well. I'm doing very well. Subramanyam. Subbu, okay, guys, if you please, I am urging you. See, you don't go with anywhere. See, my live interactive session is, as I said, right. You have to go through my candidates, my success rate, and all. Right, you have already seen, and I am openly telling, nobody is there in the market who has this much convincing that where candidates are coming forward and they are telling that they have learned from my live online classes and they got placed, okay? That itself proves, okay? Others, what they are doing, they are putting their photos and they are writing down that they are got this much of package and all. But do you really think a candidate can? Why? Because I am true to what I am doing, okay? And there, in every step there is honesty. But you have to join these live online batches, guys. right? And then only I can mentor you, right? It's not possible with any of those recorded videos and all, right? What I said very clearly, you wanted to go with the recorded things and all, you can go to my channel, right? But see, the live classes, it's completely different from the recorded videos and all, right? So I do not provide any recorded videos. See, very clearly, earlier also I told you, now also I am telling you, Abroad Technology Services LLP not provide any recorded videos anymore. Okay, so you have to join this. Okay, and if you wanted to read, please go ahead and read our terms and condition. If you want to join my live online batches, where we are offering also that you are going to get 15% discount, those who joined it, those who wants to join this live online batch, okay, batch 5, still, and you know there is a limited seats, I don't take so many candidates in my batches, right? This is the link, okay? You just use this link, just go ahead, submit the form. You no need to pay directly anything until unless your doubt will get clear. First, go ahead and submit the form. Someone from my team or I will be connecting with you. There will be a basic screening. I'll see, right, what is, if you are not fit for this event. See, it's not like that. As I told you very clearly, I am not like others, okay, who is forcefully taking candidates into their batch. But my batches are very clear. If I'll see you are fit for my batch, I am going to take you in my batch. If suppose, why I have to force you to join my batch? Not required, okay? If see, I will see the candidate, what is your current situation, I'll analyze each and everything, then I am going to suggest you, no, and I'll do a basic screening, and then you can go ahead and you can join the batch. If straightforward, I'll say, if you are from a non-technical or from a technical background also, right, and you are not fit for my batches, then I'll say no need to join. You should go ahead with what you are doing, okay? I am not going to force anybody here, right? It is you who has to answer me honestly when I am going to connect with you. But first of all, click on this one URL, submit the form, right? And let me connect with you, let me do a basic screening with you. You guys, that is what you have to do it, right? And one more thing in this one, uh, see, there are some candidates, they are asking, sir, please give us some discount and all. So that also I have given. See, everything I am accepted from you guys. You told me, sir, please provide the installment payment, so we have provided the installment payment. Second thing is, you have asked, sir, we will go with a one single payment, then please provide us some discount. So here it is, guys. Use this coupon code and get a discount of almost 15% straightforward. Okay, let me share this one with you. See, this is the coupon code. Let me write it down each and everything. Okay, so here. Okay. Okay, so I have given the coupon code also, guys. See, if you go to the abrosh.com, you will see that on the header, okay, there is a banner which is a common discount, 10% discount, but this is something which is 15% discount, okay? This is only for them who is going to make a full payment, okay? Same like previous batches and all. And if you have still any doubts and queries, you can mail me support at the rate of abrosh.com. Okay, guys, I am happy to help you guys understand, okay, because I am running a company, okay, and it is something, my effort is there, right? I am providing the timings and all, right? My team is there, right? So you have to come via a process, okay? There is nothing which is unstructured, right? And each and everything is legitimate over here, first of all, right? Why? Because this company is registered under Ministry of Common Affairs, under Udyam, right? And you can check by yourself also, just type it Abrosh, okay, Abrosh Technology Services LLP, and you are going to get my information, each and everything, right? Even you can type Abhishek Roshan, you are going to get the detail of Abrosh and the official website. Okay, so everything is 100% authentic, legitimate. We have our own payment gateway, we have our own website, everything, right? And the resources what you are going to get is from our own Google Drive. It's my Google Drive only, means company Google Drive only. From there you are going to get, and whatever it is promised, okay, it is going to be as it is mentioned in the page. What you see in the page, it is going to be the same one only. There is no change in that one. The terms and condition, I request most of you to please read the terms and condition, because in most cases I have seen candidate don't read the terms and condition, right? But I am very strict with the process and my terms and condition. Please read it very carefully. I am happy to help you, right? And whatever you can see in my channel, the candidates who got success, there are, and most of the candidates, 95% is the success rate. Okay, but the point here is you cannot clap with one hand, you have to clap with both the hands. So you have to come forward, you have to fill up the form. I'll be reaching out to you for your basic screening, okay, and then I'll see whether you are fit for my batch or not. Okay, if you are fit for my batch, and because see, ultimately I am taking full responsibility and ownership of my candidate. Okay. If I feel no, this candidate is already at a stage where he don't need any direction and all, right? He don't need any mentorship and all, right? He can go, he just need a push. Okay. Even I am happy to help you over the phone, whoever is submitting the form, right? But again, the point here is that you have to submit the form first, right? And once you submit the form, I'll be connecting with you, and then it's your decision. I'll tell you everything, all the suggestions I'm going to give you. As per the basic screening, I'm going to ask you a few questions. If I feel that you need help, okay, then only I'll be telling you that you should join the 100 days of IT corporate bootcamp batch 5. Else, I'll be telling you you are good to go ahead by your own. Please go ahead by your own only. Okay. So this is what, guys. If you have any other doubts, guys, I think I have. What is that? Sorry, I have not read this one. Yes, sir. Last week. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Sambit. Abdul, Linux plus shell scripting plus Ansible was important Linux administrator role. Yes. Okay, Abdul, that is there. And as I said, shell scripting is there. Ansible is already my part of 100 days of IT corporate bootcamp. Splunk is also. If you see, then everything is required. But most important, see, again you are going into Ansible. Okay, if you, Ansible is a kind of a automation only, and that you can fulfill with the help of shell scripting. You don't require. But yes, hi, sir. Kiran. Hi, Kiran. Uh, Sir, my current salary is 3 LPA and I have 3.8 years of experience as a Linux administrator. How much salary can I expect in my next job? See, its answer is very simple. It's 3x. Okay, so whatever your current experience, if it is 4, then it's going to be 12 or something. It should be there. But being a only Linux administrator, you cannot expect this one, first of all, right? As I said, yes, you need to have some automation skill understanding, Kiran, and you can get more than this, because recently you see one of my video I have posted with one of the candidate who has secure almost like 42 LPA, right? If you go and check, you can listen to him only, right? I am not telling anything. Okay, I am providing the data, and soon more and more videos I am going to publish in my channel. Now you can listen from the candidate itself. Abhishek Roshan is not telling anything. I totally believe on data, right? And see what others are doing. I am not going to focus on that one. What my candidates are doing, they are going to tell by themselves only, right? Then only you guys are going to believe, right? So, so you can clearly understand. He's telling that see Linux and shell scripting. So if you go with Linux and shell scripting, you can expect anything anywhere for your experience level at 4 years of experience level, somewhere around 20 LPA. See, just he was just 9 years of experience in, he is getting 42 LPA in Warner Brother, right? Correct. So this is what I'm, and cloud automation engineer, right? So see, skills is 100% required. I'm telling, see, Linux is mandatory, it's evergreen, but with this evergreen you have to add those, right? You have to have knowledge of shell scripting. You have to have not to make sure that you should see. I'm giving you a very small example on this one. See, if I'll give you only a engine, yes, we know a car engine is the heart of your automobile, right? Of your car, right? But with the car there is a chassis, with the car there are some dashboard, with the car there are tires, right? With the car there are some interior will be there, right? Seats will be there, and the features will be there with the car. So it goes same way with your software as well, guys, right? So in this one, if you take it as a Linux as the core, right, it is evergreen, but with that core you need automation, right? For see, if you have, until unless if you don't automate, you cannot automate your manual task. You cannot do all the time manually, right? You if you see early 90s, or if you see the earlier ice engine and all, so we don't have a steering, right, which is having electronic steering, which is electrical steering, right? We have to put lot of effort, right? If you have to take a left or take to right, right, you have to put lot of effort, right? But now it's very easy, correct? So that is how we automate thing in software as well, right? And you see there are so many feature. ADAS feature is there, lane assist feature is there. What is that? Still we have ice engine, right? But we have ADAS feature, we have 360-degree camera and all, right? We have lane assist and all, right? So there are n number of features. Same goes, you have the operating system, you have to have very good understanding of your Linux operating system to make sure you should be able to troubleshoot. But at the same time you should have understanding of shell scripting as an automation, because you cannot do the same work. Suppose if you have to uh, check the uptime, for example, if I'm telling you, if you have to check the uptime in 100 server, you cannot go ahead and manually log into those 100 servers. It is going to consume lot of time. Then how you are going to make sure within a second or within a minute I should execute my task? So that should be only done with some kind of automation, and that automation, for that you have bash scripting, shell scripting, right? Or you can go with the Python, anything is fine for you, right? So both, any of these two you can choose it, and you can go ahead with that one, guys, right? That is required. And then finally, because I said everything is moving into the cloud, why? Because see, there are two things: capital expenditure and operational expenditure, right? So you know, every capital expenditure is, you just think of it, you cannot provide the entire data center for a single application. Why we have to waste money, right? At the end of the day, cost optimization is the real deal for any organization, right? They have to move from their on premises, from capital expenditure to the operational expenditure, pay as you go, right? You see Ola service, you see Uber service, what is that? So I just wanted to go, for example, if I'm telling you, if I have to go from in my Bengaluru, if I have to go from Sarjapura to the central silk board, which is hardly 22 kilometer, so for this I have to go for a service, right? I cannot go ahead and buy a 10 lakhs car, right? So for this small distance, if my traveling is hardly 22 kilometers, and it's not every day, right? So pay as you go, right? This is why, please understand this one, these three things are the foundation, okay? Either you wanted to accept or you wanted to reject, you go ahead and reject, okay? But you are going to find this is going to hunt you every step. Linux, shell scripting, database, and at the end of the day, one cloud, right? With all real time project, DevOps tools are, see, DevOps, as I said, it's just a misconception, guys. If you take the name, you give as a site reliability engineer role or a platform engineer role, or like that, 100 roles are there, okay? But the skill sets are still the same. Understanding my point, guys? If you're not understanding, fill the form, connect with me, I'll make you understand, okay? Fine. I think I have given answer to your question, Kiran. and others are also getting their answers. Sir, I have 2.6 years of experience as a Linux. Now I want to go with a cloud engineer. Please give guide for this your AWS cloud and all. I have already given. Okay, just now I've told the same thing, because in AWS, first of all, Praveen Patil, so there are 157 services. It is impossible to cover 157 services. The services which is most of all, see, if you go, I'll show you. I am covering most of the services. What others are doing, they are covering services only, but they are not telling that where and all to use those services. Because see, it's not at all about covering the services, because they are not going to tell you this is this service, and they are going to ask you where you have used those services, right? So if you go to my portal, that abrosh.com, you can see clearly here I have mentioned, right? One second, guys. See, in my course content, what is your name? Sorry, Praveen, right? Praveen Patil. Praveen, you can see here, right? See here. I am almost most of the services: IAM, public subnet, VPC peering, transit gateway, VPN connection from premises to cloud, cloud watch, event, right? Cloud formation, cloud front, okay, cloud trail, storage, right? S3 configuration, static, EFS, data, right? So you can see it's almost everything. But it's not just service I'm explaining, right? So normally how I used to explain all these services, most of the services I am explaining with the help of one big project, and that big project itself covering some 13 to 14 use cases, and each use case is itself is a project. Why? Because when I was working, okay, so I worked as a cloud architect also, right? So for that I have used, right, that I have completely, because it's my job is to make sure the we were doing the on means basically the migration activity, that we were migrating their on premises application to the cloud, right? So for that we were doing with the help of AWS. I have done with Google also, I have done with Azure also, okay. So I have understanding of all these three clouds. So I only designed that complete architect for them, because I am the main, I would say, heading that project, okay. So in that one you have VPN services, you that one VPC peering is there, in that one data replication is there. There are so many things, okay. So there are some 12, and you can, and it's not only production, it's purely production, pure production and DR, okay. So HA will be also coming under that, auto scaling is also there. So it's purely, I'm explaining data or you can say database replication is also there, storage replication is also there. Nobody explained this much, guys. I can open challenge to everybody, okay. I am the only person who is explaining AWS also completely, Linux also completely, shell scripting also completely, and then finally DevOps tool, okay. So I think I have answered your question, Praveen. And guys, I request all of you, those who have, okay, they can send me, because I'm running out of time. Actually I'm not in my right, I'm not in Bengaluru. Actually I am in my hometown. But since the new batch is supposed to start from 10th of November, so I have to connect with you guys, because I have to clear most of your doubts and queries and all. And right, if you have still queries and doubt, what you can do is, let me show you, okay. So you can send me your queries and doubt here, okay. If you have any doubt, you just go to this abrosh.com. First of all, most of the details you guys are going to get from this abrosh.com in my all batches and all, right? You just go here, and in this one you just scroll down, right? And you can go here, contact us page is there, right? So you just click on this contact us page, guys. Please mention your name, email, phone number, and just write it down the same question. I'll be answering to your question, or my team will be answering to your question, right? And those who wanted to enroll into the upcoming batches, first of all, they just go ahead to the home page. See, just click on enroll now. It will be redirecting you to pick a batch. So which is the current batch which is going to start? See, This is batch 6 is not, nothing is mentioned because there is no fixed date for batch 6 as of now. So only batch 5 is going to start from 10th of November. That is mentioned here. Just click over here, it will be redirecting you to the batch 5 page. First read it properly, each and everything. If you are okay with this one, read the course content, what you are going to get with the course content, and then finally click on enroll now. Okay, here also it's just a Google Doc form. Just read it. It's just asking simple question, your email, your full name, your mobile number. I agree to join. Course fee and everything is crystal clear, guys. There is nothing wrong in that one. If you wanted to go with the installment payment, you can go ahead with the installment payment. For additional services are there, if you wanted to pay that one, pay. And if you have any specific query, please write it down over here, and please read the terms and condition carefully, and then finally go ahead and submit. It is not, this Google Doc form is not going to charge you anything. Okay, just submit it. Someone from my team or I will be connecting with you to clear your doubt first. Basically, it's a basic screening. Okay, normally I am going to do a basic screening with you. If I find that you are fine, you are good for my batch, then you can go ahead and you can join. Else I'll give you some suggestion, you can go ahead with that one, but you have to submit the form, guys. Okay, so I think we are already ahead of the time, right? And my apologies again for joining late, and there are some more videos are coming soon in my YouTube channel. There is one mock interview again I'm going to upload soon in my YouTube channel. And there is a career counseling also soon I am going to upload in my YouTube channel. So I request all of you, please stay tuned to my channel. And those who have still not subscribed to the channel, first go ahead and subscribe the channel, because I need your support, guys. Without your support, nobody can grow, I know. And yeah, at the same time, I am putting my days and night only for you guys. I'm working only for you guys, right? And those who wanted to join the live online batches, okay, they can come forward, they can join. And also one more doubt, so in this live online batches, you don't think that you are not going to get the access of the video. Yes, so every day when the batches, during the batch I record those videos. Normally during the live session I record those videos, and then finally I upload those videos into my Google Drive. And the candidates who has joined this live session, only those candidates are going to get the access of those videos. Okay, and it is for a limited period of a time, which you can read it in the page itself, or you can read it in the terms and condition. Okay, it is clearly mentioned in my terms and condition. Fine. So thank you, guys, for joining this live session. We will be connecting soon on the next Sunday for the next live session. Till then, just take care of yourself, your loved one. Bye bye, and Jai Hind.